Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody. The Tournament of Nerds. It's happening. Justin.
Here we are. We're back.
Here we are. Justin, you are clean shaven for the occasion.
Yes, by absolute accident. I forgot there was a show this weekend and I shaved.
Oh my goodness. I was wondering if maybe you were just shaving under there the whole time because I don't know what's happening underneath your mask.
I feel like you can see the outgrow beyond the mask if I had the mask on. You should always, if you want to check if I'm shaved or not, Hal, and I'm wearing the mask, just look here.
Good call. Good call. That's pretty simple tact. And Justin, I always want to check whether you're shaved or not.
I know. You're always asking me about that.
Yeah. Justin, you shaved?
Look at me.
Oh, I was trying to make some horrific innuendos here.
Oh, I thought we were going back to one of the. Yeah, never mind. Hal, how was your weekend?
Oh, it's all Justice League all the time. I've been.
No.
Yes, I've been immersed in the Snyder Cut. I've watched 2.5 hours of it so far. I got an hour and a half left, and I'm here to say I got to apologize for all the shit talk. It's pretty good. It's not bad.
All right.
It's pretty not bad.
Now, I haven't seen any of the other modern DC movies. Without having seen those, can I still enjoy the Snyder Cut?
Absolutely, because they recap what happened previous at the very top of the Snyder Cut. So you could join cold. Yep. Unlike WandaVision, where if you haven't seen all the Marvel movies and you watch WandaVision, you'll be like, what the fuck is happening?
Disagree. I
Really?
think until all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe bullshit shows up in episode 4, it's a very entertaining show for anybody. Because all you need to know is she's a witch, he's a robot, and they're together.
You know what? Not a bad point. And there are some lovely homages to the golden age of television. So
until we got to episode 4 and the fucking tanks rolled up and here comes the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I was like, oh, I could recommend this to my mom.
Yeah. But alas, your mother's going to have to stick with Dick Van Dyke.
No more.
Mm-hmm. Justin, so are you planning to potentially watch the Snyder Cut or no?
I don't think so.
All right. There it is. Justin will not be watching the Snyder Cut.
Can't imagine, Hal. Cannot imagine a scenario where that would happen.
Okay. You know what? That's fine. What have you been up to otherwise this weekend?
Just working. Having fun.
Great. Glad to hear it. Someone said they've decided to identify as Michael Jackson. Their pronouns are he. Oh, that's a pretty good joke.
Yeah.
I mean, it got me. I was reading, and then the words at the end of the sentence surprised me.
Are you reading mod packets during our show?
You just say is someone doing a mod packet?
I said, are you reading mod packets during the show?
No, I was reading. There was a comment on the screen, but
on the screen, I can't see the screen. I'm frozen.
Oh, gotcha. Oh my God. One of our viewers is just riffing like Kathy Griffin in the chat. A lot of the jokes are fast and furious, plentiful.
Maybe we should just stop doing the show and read the chat.
Yeah, I mean that's the show within the show. So Justin,
how?
Let's get people up to speed who have not seen the Tournament of Nerds before.
Yeah, what is the show? What are we doing here?
Here's the show. What's going to happen is we have 8 bloodthirsty nerds in our virtual green room, and we're going to get these 8 nerds to engage in basically a roast battle. They are going to debate, and we are going to whittle that 8 down to 4, and then 2, and then 1 nerd to rule them all, Justin.
I don't know how we're possibly going to do that, Hal.
Well,
That
neither
sounds
do
like a
I,
lot of
because
work.
Mark
I
Andreyko
don't.
is not here. But
Oh yeah,
you know what?
we should have opened with our apologies that Mark Andreyko is not here.
Yes, all of the Andreyko stands. I know. I know a lot of people are hashtag Stan Andreyko, Stan Draco.
Please call your internet provider. Let them know you would like your money back for this month. Mark Andreyko was not on your favorite Twitch show.
So please send Mark Andreyko some well wishes. He's a little under the weather, but knock on wood, he's going to be okay. But we will soldier on. And we've got some great judges regardless. And
yeah, two of my favorites.
Yes, absolutely. First off, you know her from all over the internet. She is one of the OG Tournament of Nerds competitors. She's been a judge. She's done it all, and you can see her all over the place. One of my favorite people, and she's also skilled in many, many weapons. So maybe she can tell us a little bit about that. Welcome back to Tournament of Nerds, the fantastic Erika Ishii.
Hi everyone, how's it going? Good to be back.
Erika, it's great to see you. Now, I know that you train. You have some discipline in some weapons, and I would love to know a little bit about that. But if I could share one recollection about you. Yeah. I'll never forget the time that in a packed theater filled with people, you had an actual sword, and you were running through the rows.
I was chasing who was it? I was chasing somebody. Greg. I was chasing Greg. You know,
Greg Jones.
Because I was a character from Battle Royale. You know,
yes.
So you got to have a live edged blade as you do, and there were no rules at that time about bringing actual weapons to the Tournament of Nerds.
And you know what? Still aren't, huh?
Yeah. You think they learned their lesson.
But Erika, I've seen you training with this giant steel. It looks like a sledgehammer, but with a ball on the end. What is that?
Yeah, I actually train in sledgehammer, but then also mace. The thing you see is a mace. I have like a 5-pound mace and a 7-pound mace, and like you know, it's kind of like a kettlebell, except it's got a stick on it, and you know, it's really, really fun because, you know, lifting things is not always fun. Like I like lifting okay, but when you're like training in the deadly arts, that's like really cool too.
Whoa.
You know?
Is that what you tell people? That's so cool to say. I train in the deadly arts.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like mostly it's just, you know, kind of how I work out and everything. And I got a trainer over Zoom for it. But yeah, it's really fun. Like, why just like lift weights when you could lift things that could smash a skull in, right?
Oh, that's so rad. You know, I used to get a mace confused with a Morning Star. But
right. Actually, I think a Morning Star is the one. No, I think they're the same.
Isn't that like a spiky ball on a
flail
chain?
has the chain, and Morning Star I think is similar to a mace. Actually, I think Morning Star is the one that is the globe too. Let me double check this. Yeah. Morning Star is like the same as a mace.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But one has the chain and like hangs off.
That one's a flail.
Flail?
A flail, yes.
With the heavy ball with spikes on the end of it?
I don't know how often those were actually used. I think they might have been just like ceremonial or for show. I think it was. Yeah.
Well, shut my mouth and flail me in the tummy. I am learning a shit ton. Erika, thank you for bringing major knowledge. And do you have anything you want to plug while you're here? Where can people find you otherwise, by the way?
I'm at Erika Ishii on Twitter, and I just started a TikTok recently and promptly forgot about it. But sometimes on there as at the Erika Ishii, same on Instagram. I don't like I'm made of NDAs right now, but I guess like Yeah, I'm made of NDAs right now. So
yeah, no worries. I don't want to get you in trouble.
I have so much cool stuff coming out soon. So follow me on the socials and everything.
Yeah. I don't want the Disney and Warner Brothers and Paramount lawyers to serve you with summonses. All right.
Yeah, man. No, it's like, and it's with video game companies. Like they come for your blood, right? They're just
totally.
Yeah.
Erica, you're the best. We love you here. Thank you for being here.
Good to be here. But I will say that if I see any more sort of like hack racist jokes in the chat, I will ban you myself. So
oh shit. Were there hack racist?
I mean, like the China joke is just like I mean, like
the China
your
bat
material
joke
wasn't even funny, and that material wasn't even funny in like 2020. So
you know what? And any racist jokes, especially with the climate right now.
Extra glad I can't see the chat tonight, guys.
Bad time for it. Yeah.
You know what? You can miss us with any racist bullshit in the chat, and thank you for pointing that out, Erica. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And we have one also judging another great old friend of the show. You know him from all over the internet. He's got I know he's got some exciting projects coming out. He a podcast king. Oh, just a young king in general. Please welcome back to the show, Jordan Morris.
Jordan. Hey, hi everybody. It's great to be here.
Oh, great to see you, buddy.
Great to have you.
Thanks for being here.
Podcast king. Boy, I'm loving this. I'm the king of the shittiest kingdom. The shittiest kingdom filled with lamos.
Hey, you have all of the mattresses that you can want, and like Blue Apron meal delivery, right?
Oh yeah, I'm getting
bring
all
me
sorts
my Blue
of
Apron meals.
Yes, Jester, bring me my chimichurri steak with new potatoes.
Use the code Jordan Morris 5.
Yes. And I hate going to the post office. The king never goes to the post office, for he has access to stamps.com.
Jordan, if it's any consolation, on the last episode, we had the Prince of Snapchat.
Wow.
So you're a level above.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I could have him clapped in irons.
Yes.
With but a wave of my finger, I could have the Prince of Snapchat clapped in irons.
You are. I do consider you a king of podcasts. Jordan Jesse Go was an very early adopter. And,
that's true. Yes, we were early to the game. We were the Velvet Underground of podcasts.
Yes. So,
and I also feel like you were early to the game with like the narrative, type of podcast too. At least it was the first one I listened to.
Oh yeah, sure. I think I did a narrative podcast in 2018 called Bubble. And yeah, I think there is like a really healthy, like vibrant internet fiction scene for sure. Ours was like a little bit different. So I think it kind of hit a little bit differently, but they're out there, the internet fiction writers, and they're great. It's a fun little scene for sure.
Hell yeah.
For viewers, if you guys haven't checked out Bubble yet, check it out. It's very, very, very well done.
Bless you, sir. Bubble. It's a sci-fi comedy podcast.
And Jordan, I know, and this is very exciting. You're working on a graphic novel.
Yeah. Speaking of, so that sci-fi comedy podcast that we mentioned, Bubble, is coming out as a graphic novel in July. I co-wrote it with a great comedy writer named Sarah Morgan, a great comics artist who I imagine the chat knows, Tony Cliff. He did the art. Natalie Reese did the colors. And it's just, this is the right crowd. You guys get where I'm coming from. I got to help make a comic book. Dream fucking come true. I mean, I'm so excited for people to have this thing. A little bit bummed it's coming out during one of the non-Comic-Con years. Would have been nice to sign some books, but obviously the least of the world's worries right now is Comic-Con. But For some. It's
Justin's
all
not even
relative,
joking.
isn't it? Isn't suffering's
No
relative?
Comic-Con is a major problem in my life.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I spoke too soon.
You hit him
Yeah.
where he lives.
Yeah. It's kind of like if I was to elevator pitch it to you, it'd be kind of like Search Party meets Guardians of the Galaxy. I would say it's these ill-equipped hipsters after the apocalypse who have to fight a bunch of monsters, and there's there's robots, there's aliens, there's gore, there's sex jokes. It's all the stuff I like, and I'm really excited for people to see it. You can pre-order it right now. So you can just go to wherever you buy your books, your Amazons, your Barnes and Nobles. Give your local comic book store a call, and they'll order it up for you. So it's right there for you in July. It's called Bubble.
Awesome. Jordan, that sounds so great. And I will second what Justin was saying. It was such a funny and really cool narrative podcast. So
thanks, man. Yeah, thanks a bunch. Yeah, and even if you listen to the podcast, I think we changed it up enough to where you don't feel like you're getting the same exact story. So so hopefully it's stuff people like from the podcast, but with enough new stuff to where you feel okay ingesting it again in another medium. So
super cool. Well, thank you for being here. And Jordan and Erica have been doing this show off and on for over a decade. You know what? We were talking before the show. They keep asking us to stop, but Justin and I refuse. So since we only have 2 judges today, and we usually have 3 for the online version of this show, Jordan and Erica will weigh in on each of our debates, and then if they are tied, let's say the matchup is Cyborg versus Sharon Osbourne.
Is that actually happening?
You know what? It maybe
In
it
what world?
And Jordan is like, "Oh, I got to go with my gal Sharon," and Erica's
not
like,
Cyborg for me.
Cyborg all day. Then we will go to our producers, Adam and Steve. Yeah.
Hey.
And they will decide, they will break any and all ties. Adam and Steve, thank you for doing double duty, holding it down on the 1s and 2s and breaking the ties this show. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
And then if they both disagree and it's retied, we just call Andraco, right?
Oh, yeah, that's what I call Andraco.
Zoom Andraco.
Yeah, we have somebody with a GoPro on their head. They're going to go over to Andraco's house, knock on the door.
Exactly. And also, if you're in the chat, please, throughout the show, skip the racist bullshit, okay, dipshits? But
real sad we have to say that.
Yeah, that sucks.
We will block you. We will ban you. We have.
Isn't that a Queen song? We will block you.
We will block you.
But
if this was live at UCB, I would literally physically assault you.
Oh,
wait,
you know what?
Really? There are no rules against that? Damn. Live weapons, physical assault of racists.
And we have
when
live
we
weapons.
get back to the actual theater, we are gonna go buck wild.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It will be just a literal battle royale.
Yeah, post-apocalypse edition.
Yeah.
But if you are in the chat, do chime in with all of your thoughts on the battles. Still chime in with jokes. And if you want to make fun of something, just make fun of how hairy my arms are. That is always a fun topic. Anyway, let's.
And if you have to be racist, make it about Hal being a Jew, please.
Yeah, but make it specifically just
About
Hal the
Hal.
Jew.
Just how?
The
Just
Jew.
Hal.
You
I
know
will
what?
probably
I'm
abstain
asking-
from that, but whatever makes you happy. Hal.
You know what? Yeah, I'm asking for that. And I'll probably end up receiving what I ask for here. Sadly, let's see what our first matchup is. Justin,
Hal.
it is Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles versus a T-Rex from Jurassic. The T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
T-Rex.
Yeah, the
Not
one that
any
made the
T-Rex,
water
the
shake.
T-Rex.
Like the original Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
The one that made the water shake. Oh no, on my microphone. I knew that was going to happen.
If we don't
I'm glad-
move, they can't see us.
I'm glad
Exactly.
you clarified that it's Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles and not
The folk
American
hero.
folk.
Yes, not the one who was driving his train high on cocaine.
Yeah.
From the Grateful Dead. Although that would be a good matchup, Casey Jones versus Casey Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Wait, which one? Which one is the train in Dumbo? Oh, that's Casey Jr.
That's Casey Jr. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Junior's
My
coming
mistake.
down the track. Shut us down, Disney.
With the smoking stack. Yes.
All right,
that's not the one that does cocaine, though.
Representing Casey Jones, Blake Schultz. And representing the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, Roxy Shabastari.
Let's get a minute on the clock.
Let's
Casey Jones going first.
Minute on the clock for Casey Jones. And go.
Hey everybody, it's me, Casey Jones. Here, the first evidence that cancel culture is bullshit. They tried to cancel me out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, because I was too violent, is what they said. But guess who showed up in 3? Guess who showed up in the cartoons? Guess who had Green Arrow playing in the reboot? This fucking guy. All these other people complaining about this. But you know what? It's about consequences. And there's one T-Rex that needs some consequences, and it's this T-Rex from Jurassic Park. If I was violent for kids, you were trying to eat them. You were killing so many people, all for this capitalistic theme park that should have been shut down right away so John Hammond can make a buck. You're not trying to clone anything. He's just trying to make some money off of some poor people. He must have displaced people on that island. It's not like he just found an island. You have to be canceled for your consequences. This is crazy what's going on with this T-Rex. Your franchise has gone so far off the rails that you've got to get Chris Pray the Gay Away Pratt to come in and try to save it, and he is the worst Chris that you could have. This entire franchise needs, it's done, it's over. I don't even know.
Time. Shots fired at one of the Hollywood Chris's. All right, let's get a minute on the clock for the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and go.
My entire life has been a lie. I just want to tell you, have you ever heard that all publicity is good publicity? Well, that's a damn lie. All I have had is bad publicity, and I've struggled ever since. Jurassic Park was the beginning and end of my career. I'm completely misunderstood. I was not trying to eat those children. I was playing with them. And yes, I mistook their screams for laughter because I have not spent a lot of time around children, obviously. But that's on me. And sure, I eat the occasional person. However, listen, I was starving. They did not feed me adequately. Spielberg wanted to make sure that I was hangry when the cameras rolled because he was afraid that I would not be intimidating enough.
Time.
So to me, he told my handlers to make sure that the whole time.
All right. This T-Rex, it is running roughshod just like in the movie. One speed.
Whoa. Wow.
All right, let's get 30 seconds on the clock. Rebuttal round. Casey Jones, and go.
What is this? The Roseanne Barr defense? Oh, I was drunk. I was high. I didn't know what I was doing. I was hungry. Come on, make some own choices. Steven Spielberg's being a dick. You got to get off that set. You got to throw him to the weeds. We can make him the new Joss Whedon. You got to live up for what you did. You just have to. You're out here making excuses, trying to say it was the end. And now you've got a Netflix show that can't even beat Coco Melon in the top 10. And I don't even know what Coco Melon is, but it's always in the top 10. Why is it in the top 10? Can someone tell me what Coco Melon is? Can anyone explain this?
Time. 30 seconds. No one knows what Coco Melon is. Let's get 30 seconds on the clock for the T-Rex, and go.
I will be frank with you. When I heard that I was debating Casey Jones, I immediately recalled the train worker, the tragic American hero. And yet, here I am, debating Spicoli in a mask. My, the mighty have fallen. Oh my goodness. Look, like I said, I was misunderstood. I was manipulated by a great director. And yes, it is my fault. But
time. Wow. What a
All right.
collision. What a collision.
Man,
Many
good
shots
first round
fired.
matchup.
Yeah, out of control. Let's go to the judges to make a little sense and see who is moving on to the next round. Erica Ishii, please.
So I gotta say, the Judy Garland-esque T-Rex definitely needs a better manager and PR team. Like, it is truly an atrocity the way that dinosaurs are treated in our industry. They're on the come up, and then we toss them out with the garbage, and especially with all the pressure that they have to work under. So justice for T-Rex. But that being said, Casey Jones just has his finger on the pulse of what's important today, right? So socially responsible Casey Jones, like bringing justice to the streets, bringing justice to the internet. I got to go with Casey Jones.
All right, that is one for Casey Jones. Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, two strong performances. I think I liked. There was a glimmer of turning Casey Jones into an anti-cancel culture guy, which I thought was kind of fun. Casey Jones being mad about, Mr. Potato Head or whatever.
But he did say consequences, though. So it's like that was cancel culture bit was fake out.
But yeah, but I think Erica was really onto something too. It is just so great to see a dinosaur, especially, a dinosaur, in her 50s working out there, just being, just showing us what she has. I loved the strong take. I do think in reality that T-Rex would probably be, an alcoholic, faded starlet. And I like that you're taking pulls off that bottle of whatever it is. So yeah, I think I'm going T-Rex.
All right, we are all tied up, motherfuckers. In the chat, please throw up the T's for T-Rex, throw up the C's for Casey Jones. But we are going to our super producer duo, partners in producing and partners in life, Adam and Steve. Steve.
Yes. This was tough, and also I'm very nervous because this is my first judging. With that being said,
anything ever, I would guess, Steve.
Yeah, no. But I think I'm gonna have to say the T-Rex hit close to heart, because while she has her bottle, I also have mine. So I'm gonna go for the T-Rex.
For the mere reason that she's also drinking, the T-Rex from Jurassic Park is moving on. Steve, thank you. Good stuff. I enjoy a nice Modelo. I myself have a Bud Light.
A big thank you to Blake for jumping in at the last minute to replace Casey Jones.
Absolutely. Blake Schultz, thank you so much. Stepping in literally today. Nice. And taking on not a character of his choice, but a character that the previous person had agreed to do, which get well out there if you're watching. But Blake, so well done. Thank you. You're a true hero. And I don't say that lightly in the time of COVID.
And it really speaks to the Tournament of Nerds pool that you can just assume that you can call someone and they will have a Casey Jones outfit on hand.
I did not. Let me be clear. I bought all of this. This mask has now been in more shows than Casey Jones is in movies. This was all bought today.
Blake, come back and do Jason Voorhees another time. The same
this
mask.
was Zane's Jason Voorhees mask from Halloween.
Awesome job, brother. But Roxy Shabastari, a.k.a.
the T-Rex, moving on.
We'll see you in round 2. All right, Justin.
That was great.
Let's find out what our next matchup is. Oh, I love that the T-Rex is staying in character. Elizabeth Taylor versus Billie Eilish. Wow.
I'm so hyped for this. I'm
my God.
hyped for this.
Give them extra time, Hal. Give them extra time.
Yes!
Let's stretch. Let's see how this plays out.
I mean, two icons and two young, like Elizabeth Taylor. She burst onto the scene at a young age, and Billie Eilish, obviously representing Elizabeth Taylor, Casey Dressler.
Good evening. Good evening, darlings.
Oh my God. so fabulous.
Wow.
I mean, I am so. I mean, look at the diamonds, the white diamonds.
And we already know who Steve's voting for if it goes to a tie.
Yes, because she's drinking. And oh my God! And I bet Elizabeth Taylor had a beautiful microwave above the counter, not like some proletariat on the counter. Oh, gorgeous!
Yeah,
and
built in.
Representing Billie Eilish, Marianne Wiedemann.
Whoa!
What up, y'all?
Oh
Wow!
What up?
Coming in, guns blazing, Billie Eilish. Oh shit! All right, a true matchup for the ages. We are going to get a minute on the clock for Dame Elizabeth Taylor.
Thank you for having me, Hal. I'm Dame Elizabeth Taylor, yes, and I like my martinis like I like my men, one right after the other. Now, I've been called upon to debate Sir Billie Eilish, such a talented young man. How you remind me of my dear friend Michael Jackson. God rest his soul. I find great difficulty in trying to insult you, sweetheart. I really do, but I must tell you, Richard Burton, who was my husband, well, he was my husband twice, of my 8 husbands. Richard was a glorious stage actor, and he turned me on to poetry. He and I loved a good row, so in his honor, I've written you a poem. Billie, she's so silly. She's a bad guy, makes her hairdresser lie guy. Is it a wig or is it real hair? There's still no cure for AIDS, so really, who freaking cares? Bloody noses are her idea of real art. Meanwhile, her wardrobe looks like a pile of farts. Mazel, a toast to you, darling. Wonderful.
Time. Oh my goodness. Shots fired at Billie Eilish. All right, let's get a minute on the clock for Billie. And go.
Lizzie Taylor, I looked at your Instagram and it's about as dead as your career after you became friends with Michael Jackson. I have 80 million followers on my Instagram. Lizzie, you're famous, but you don't really know how hard it is to be as famous as me on the internet. You're so unrelatable. You had like 70 husbands. Like, people think I'm dark and my music is depressing, but like, that's some real dark, twisted shit if you want a man that bad. Nah, fuck that. At least I complicate my music, not my relationships. People say you're like the most beautiful woman in the world, right? Well, like, fuck all those beauty standards you made. I wear baggy Gucci and Chanel pajamas and don't cut my custom nails. That's why I relate to my 100 trillion, billion, gazillion Instagram followers. But it's hard for me to be so good at singing. I have 10 Grammys, and I'm only 9 years old. Your diamonds ain't worth shit.
Time.
Wow.
All right. One more mute. We had to go to the mute again, Hal.
I mean, listen, these characters are chomping at the bit. I've never seen such passion. Justin, let's get 30 seconds on the clock for Elizabeth Taylor, a rebuttal round, and
go.
Well, darling, that was cute, but if you want to bring me down, you're going to have to try a little harder. Do you know how many diamonds I have? How many Oscar nominations? I was named Dame by Queen Elizabeth herself. I was the first actress to have her own fragrance line, the first screen star to be paid $1 million for the role of Cleopatra in Sweetheart. I am the might make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. Not you, darling. No, not you. Not you, I'm afraid. I am.
Time. All right. Damn, they are at each other's throats, Justin. If we had these two in the same room, they'd have to be separated. 30 seconds on the clock for Billie Eilish. And go.
Your diamonds ain't worth shit, Cleopatra. You're a hater, and I'm all about that sober life, but it's clear that you've been drinking again. You know what? My Instagram, I break the internet. Check this out. Bam! I changed my hair color, and I'm going to break that internet shit. Instagram can't handle my likes, Lizzie Taylor. Bam. Boom.
4 seconds.
Instagram. Blowing up. Break that shit with my likes.
Time. All right. Wow. Instant hair color change. That's an unprecedented move.
Unprecedented.
I mean, what a throwdown. These two ladies came to play. I mean, I think we can all agree on that. Let's go to our friend Jordan Morris. Jordan. Oh, you are muted.
Two performances, really great, and went all out with the costumes. You have to appreciate that. Costume changes, boy, I feel like I was seeing Bette Midler in Vegas with all those costumes. Yeah, Billie Eilish did great. I think leaned a little heavy on the internet following, and Elizabeth wrote a poem. I appreciated that. And honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to a final where it's drunk, burnt out T-Rex versus drunk, burnt out Elizabeth Taylor. It'll be like whatever happened to Baby Jane, but with a dinosaur and Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, I think for that reason, I think I'm going to vote Liz.
All right, that is one for Liz Taylor. Let's go to Erica Ishii. Erica Ishii, what says you?
Holy shit, Billie Eilish did change her hair! Oh my god, I can't believe I had to find out about this from the Tournament of Nerds.
Damn!
That's how topical we are.
Wow.
Oh my
Finger
god!
on the pulse. Finger on the
Ripped from
pulse.
the headlines.
I just need a minute. Oh my god, what are the e-girls gonna do? Like, I gotta check on TikTok. I gotta see if TikTok's okay. All right. Well, this has been a disturbing development. And Tournament Nerds, both opponents came out swinging, but I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm just so rattled by this. Liz Taylor, I feel like, is the sort of femme fatale that bad guy is like, talking about, like where Billie Eilish is pretending to be kind of like a Liz Taylor type. Billie is so young. She's so young. She has so much time to grow up and grow into this sort of wisdom and true femdom energy that Liz Taylor has. So I'm gonna have to go with Liz Taylor.
Liz Taylor takes
Moving on.
But I want to give major props to Billie Eilish, a.k.a. Marion Wiedemann, her first Tournament of Nerds, and came in guns blazing. Awesome work, Marianne.
Yeah.
Hell to the yes. And here is Billie Eilish. It's true. Instagram official. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But
Like when Dylan went electric, Hal.
Yep, crazy.
Exactly like that.
But I gotta give mad props to Dame Elizabeth Taylor, Casey
Thank
Dressler.
you for having me. Thank you.
Oh, we're gonna see you in round 2.
I just like,
wow.
I mean, look, I don't care. Billie Eilish's music is great. Billie Eilish is great, and I love like her styling and everything, and like she looks great as a blonde. But like, it's just gonna take me couple of days to kind of.
Erica, are you going to be able to continue doing the show?
This is fine. I'm fine.
All right.
Is this why Mark Andreyko had to drop out? Did he find out about the hair change before us?
It was probably right about the time. Yeah, right about the time she dropped it.
Got the vapors.
Contacted us.
Fainted.
All right. Well, Erica is shook and collects herself. Let's see what this next battle is.
Oh, this is a great one. It's Guy I Am from Green Eggs and Ham versus Iggy Pop.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Our two favorite
in what
rhyming
universe could this shit take place? Listen, I have 2 questions. Where could this ever take place? And like, who could even fathom this? Who would ever fathom this matchup? Representing Guy I Am from Green Eggs and Ham, Justin, it's Zach Olson.
I'm okay with Green Eggs and Ham now, but that doesn't mean I like everything else.
Uh-oh. All right. He's got a bad attitude right out of the gate. And representing Iggy Pop, Matt Manser.
Hey, real cool to be here. Real good show.
All right, a pretty chill, amiable Iggy Pop. Glad to be here.
A lot of heroin really shows you out.
Oh yeah. I mean, getting clean probably like calms you down a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, I've been pretty mellow for a while. Yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you for being here, Iggy. Well, let's get a minute on the clock for Green Eggs and Ham's Guy I Am, and go.
That Iggy Pop, I do not trust that Iggy Pop. I would not trust him with my cash. I would not trust his ball sack rash. I would not trust him not to steal my drugs. I would not trust him not to jizz on my rug. I would not trust him with Bowie and Berlin. I would not trust his old leathery skin. I would not trust the peanut butter on his chest. I would not trust the results of his chlamydia test. I would not let him sing for me. I would not let him drink my pee. I will not let him near my sister. I will not let him show me his dick blisters. I will not let him sing the theme from Repo Man. I will not let him bathe in my bedpan. I will not let him reminisce about David Bowie. I will not let him give me a puke-filled blowy. I do not like his proto-punk. I do not like his armpit funk. I do not like him and his stooges. I do not like his crusty pants full of spooges.
Time.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I mean, did Dr. Seuss come to life to write that?
I don't see why people are trying to cancel this guy. That was great.
A minute on the clock for Iggy Pop, and go.
Hey, Iggy Pop here. It's real good to be here. Doing a comedy show. Not the first time in the 60s in Detroit. Had a sketch group with Bob Seger, Glenn Fry, and a young Sinbad. Real fun group. But right now I'm up against a guy from Scramble, Green Eggs and Ham. I've had Green Eggs and Ham actually at a Berlin diner in '78. Was there with Bowie, Andy Warhol, Gene Rayburn from Match Game. And Gene says, hey, try these green eggs. I'm skeptical. I try them. And they're pretty good. They're real minty. Was surprised. It was good. But, Seuss is in the news right now. So I got to say, Seuss, he's a real good guy. Saw him at the Palladium in '72. He opened up for the MC5, Captain Beefheart, and Charo. And Seuss is real good. He makes up his own words, doesn't conform, just makes up whatever words he wants. I think that's real cool.
Time. All right.
30-second rebuttal round. Guy I am. Guy am I.
Go.
I do not like his TV eye. I do not like his anal sty. I do not like his raw power. I do not like his lack of showers. I do not like his lack of height. I do not like his lust for life. Whoops, I messed that one up. That's okay. I do not like his lust for life. I do not like his lust for crack pipes. I do not like his skull ring. I do not like his stinky ding-a-ling. Iggy, if you will let me be, I'll grant you one wish. You can drink my pee.
And time. All right.
Wow.
Let's get another 30 seconds on the clock for Iggy Pop, and go.
So I guess I'm supposed to say like mean things about my opponent, but because it's it's a tournament of nerds. Tournament seems kind of arbitrary, really, but it is a real good show. Hal and Justin do a good job. I saw Hal at Garage Comedy at El Cid 2005. I was there hanging out with Meg White and the dude you're getting Adele kid. And Hal's real funny. He did a Bob Guccione impression. Real good. I think check out Hal's stuff. Big fan. Sorry I'm not being mean to the other guy right now.
Time. Oh, very nice that Iggy Pop remembered me hanging out with Kulop and Val at Garage Comedy.
Oh, yeah, Kulop and Val. They're real good, yeah.
Yeah, they were very nice. I will tell that, I appreciate a shout out to one of my characters. I want to shout out one of my favorite characters that I always do the impression of. A comedian named Matt Manser does a Ringo Starr impression, and my Ringo Starr impression is Matt Manser's Ringo Starr impression, and it always delights my wife. So I just wanted
That's good. Ringo Starr's a real good guy, good drummer. He was in
Indeed.
the Beatles. They're a real good band.
But all that aside,
I do not like your Ringo Starr. Iggy Pop, I do not like how nice you are.
Woo! All right, we have some real shots fired here.
Fine, guys. Fine.
Erica, what are your thoughts?
Guy Am I kind of just made Iggy Pop seem really, really cool. Like, that's how I'm trying to be when I leave quarantine, you know? And I don't know that Iggy Pop actually kind of lived up to that. Also, do you think she's gonna like dye her hair like another ombre color or something, or something? But anyway, I think that man, I also just want to hear Guy Am I's poems about all the other contestants. So I'm gonna go with Guy Am I.
All right, that is one for Guy Am I. Jordan.
This is a tough one. I do love the work of Matt Manser. I love a Matt Manser non-impression. I think there are fewer, funnier things in the Tournament of Nerds-averse. And I think, like Erica said, Iggy's vibe was, a whole mood. It is something we all aspire to, a general chill. But you know what? I just love the effort from Guy. I love the writing in the Seuss pentameter. And I'm a big Iggy Pop and a big Stooges fan myself. And weirdly, it felt like Guy's roasts of Iggy showed more knowledge about Iggy. Although part of me wants to see where Iggy goes with reminiscing about mid-2000s alternative comedy like it was CBGB's. I do, as much as I would like to see that play out, I just think Guy did a stellar job, and I think this round's his.
Guy I Am. We will see you in the second round. Iggy Pop, a.k.a. Matt Manser, always a pleasure. Iggy, pass the word along to Matt that all of his music impressions, just gold. He's got his finger on the pulse of classic rock.
Foxworthy.
I'll let him know.
Foxworthy's legendary.
Justin, I remember meeting you when I visited the post-production office of Reno 911 in 2009. Real good edits, good stuff. Good show, everybody.
Thank you, Iggy.
Oh, thank you, Iggy. Guy I Am, we'll see that curmudgeonly mug in the next round. Thank you. All right, Justin. Time for the final matchup of the first round. Let's see what it is. Oh, holy night.
Doubtfire versus Mike Tyson.
Oh, my goodness. Representing Mrs. Doubtfire, Zane Gooselderly.
Oh dear, I hope I didn't frighten anyone. I must look like a yeti in this getup. Oh, hello, the judges. Hello.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, very chipper, very chipper. Great to see you, Mrs. Doubtfire. And representing Mike Tyson, the reigning Tournament of Nerds champion of the world, Jay, the Mad Titan Washington.
I want to thank you guys for having me on this. This is a beautiful time and a beautiful moment in 2021. I know everybody's going through some rough things. And I just pray that we all can do this together and we can just get together as a community, okay?
Oh, so glad to have you here, Iron Mike.
I'm blessed to be here too. I'm blessed. You don't think God's been with me?
Oh, let me just say, for a man in his 50s, looking damn good. Looking damn good.
Thank you, Justin.
Why
would Mrs. Doubtfire respond to a comment about a man in his 50s?
Good Bill, I had to turn around there.
Let's fucking do this. You gotta get off the screen. I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm not gonna deal with this.
Oh, they're chopping at the bit.
What do you think, Mike Tyson or Mrs. Doubtfire?
All right.
Did we not do that wasn't the matchup?
Oh, no. That was.
You want to be disrespectful. You want to be disrespectful when you're the 30-minute noise. I'm the champ, okay? I'm the
Okay, easy to say that, Mike.
Just let him go. But no, let's get a minute on the clock for Mrs. Doubtfire. Chat, please chime in with all your thoughts. And minute on the clock for Mrs. Doubtfire. Go.
Oh, excuse my nightly meringue mask, dear. My name is Eugenia Doubtfire, dear. I'm a hip old granny who can bebop, hip-hop, dance till you drop, and yo-yo properly monitor a toddler on a treadmill. Oh, Michael, of all the prominent athletes still alive, it's amazing that in 2021, O.J. Simpson would be having better off time than you, dear. I don't know whether to feel more sorry for your personal life or your filmography. Have you looked at it recently? Cookout 2, Scary Movie 5, dear, and of course your most notable role as a drugged-up brute in The Hangover, dear. But then again, when you've been dealing with one for 3 consecutive decades, it's just typecasting at that point. It's a bit exacerbating, you know what I mean? Though I better slow down. Mike's been hit in the head so many times, big words usually throw him off. Oh, this will end up being one Mike Tyson mystery he won't be able to solve. Oh, but look at me. I'm going on and I haven't said a thing to my
Time. All right. Let's get a minute on the clock for Iron Mike Tyson and go.
You know, I was going to say all these beautiful things about how I'm from Brooklyn, New York and everything. I'm a former heavyweight champion. Mike Tyson's punched out 1 million copies sold on Nintendo, but you can still get right now if you get you what's called the emulator. I was going to bring all that up, but then this bitch with the saving queen on her face that wants to bring up my dead daughter, you know what I'm saying? And it's really sad. You know, my daughter died on the treadmill. It's really sad if you do read the story. But here's the thing. I did have custody of my kids. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a man. I ain't got to be a man dressed like an old grandmother to try to get custody of my kids, okay? You have to be. You were formerly married to Forrest Gump's mama, and you fucked that up, okay? How fucked up in your life is you? My Mike Tyson mysteries are better than your entire voiceover career, okay? Euthanasia, you sound like you've been euthanized, okay? How's that for a big word for you, okay? I got something else big for you, Mrs. Doubtfire. It's this dick, okay? It's about as big as the Downright Ranch, okay? You want to keep talking? I got 350 pigeons, okay? You and the left pigeon can kiss, okay? That's how we'll do this.
Oh, time. The champ has responded. Let's get a 30-second rebuttal from Mrs. Doubtfire and go.
Oh, no, the man smoked and blown more white powder than a Wisconsin snowblower in the Judge of Winter, dear. Can we trust a single word that he says? And Michael, what happened to your voice? I know you spent 3 years in jail for not raping that woman, but you sounded funny before you even went in, so I'm just trying to make sense of it all, dear. You're a disgrace, Michael. I've seen more integrity on a Tyson chicken farm than I have from you this entire round. And if you were at Franklin, I'd be dropping the bike on your head right now, dearie, with a tub of English.
Time.
Woo!
All right. Woo! This is a barn burner. 30 seconds on the clock. The last round. Ding, ding, go.
It sounds real suspicious that it takes a man to put some saving cream on his face to not show who he really is. Everybody's comfortable on social media talking shit without getting hit in the mouth. Here's the thing, my career keeps going. They didn't even want to make a sequel of your movie because your shit's trash, okay? You look like a low-rent Madea, like Tyler Perry wouldn't even fucking play you. And your name is Virginia, okay? You want to be a British white woman in 2021? Pay attention to the fucking news, okay? No one likes the Queen, no one likes Sharon Osbourne, and no one fucking likes you. So why would you think about doing it, trying to battle the fucking champ? You should be battling your therapist and trying to get your kids back in your fucking life, okay? Your TV
Time.
Tickets to my Broadway show when it opens this summer, dear. You can be front row to it, dear.
Time. Shut them both off, Steve. Shut them off.
Wow. Again, very chippy. If we were in person, Mike Tyson and Mrs. Doubtfire would be throwing blows. It is
we'd have a bunch of unpaid interns on stage trying to tear them apart.
Oh my God. And then they'd have to mop up the blood afterwards. Ooh, man, what a matchup. What a matchup. This one was straight fire. Let's go to Jordan Morris.
I mean, this is what Tournament of Nerds is all about, isn't it? Just bang up performances from both competitors. Well done. This is why we play the game. I mean, yeah, just so many great things coming from Tyson. Calling nerds noids, love that. Mike Tyson advertising his game being played on emulators, loved that. But I don't know. I think the Mrs. Doubtfire performance was so good and just a great entrance. That entrance, I mean, a perfect use of Zoom too. So kind of like taking this current format and utilizing it for comedy. By a nose, it's Mrs. Doubtfire for me.
All right, that is one for Doubtfire.
Wow.
Erica Ishii.
I can't believe you're gonna make me choose. Like, those performances were such fire, just the dedication and like, I could just sit and watch them bicker just for the whole entirety of this show. Oh God. I feel like I mean just great points on both sides. But I feel like Mike Tyson had an answer for every single thing that Ms. Doubtfire threw. So I think I gotta tie this one up, and we gotta ask the producers.
Boom. All right. Tyson takes that. We are going to have a split decision from the judges, just like in a boxing match. Let's hear from Adam and Steve. Oh, Adam? Yes. Unmute.
The producer needs to unmute, apparently. Listen, I had some hot takes about Iggy Pop. I don't know why you guys are making me pick.
Here's what you do, Adam. Give your Iggy Pop hot takes and then just pick somebody.
Yeah.
Thank you. First off, Iggy Pop had blonde hair. Second off, he was a mad person. I don't get. He was not chill at all. He's never been chill.
It's part of that's why it was funny.
That's why it was great. It's totally yes. No, but yes. Okay, this is a hard one. I'm gonna have to vote using the medium of Zoom, Mrs. Doubtfire. Thank you so much.
Jay, wow. You have had a spectacular run these last 3 months.
And
fantastic job.
And Jay, this character
and bought fucking gloves for this. He just took the shaving cream out the bathroom.
That's true. It should be who spent more. Who spent more should win.
Talk about your Dell definition. No.
Hold up your receipts to the camera.
I didn't know about your Dell.
You goddamn gloves on. I put them on myself. Do you understand how hard it is to put on boxing gloves by yourself?
Yeah, man, how to use your teeth. Jay, you very well could have taken your third Nerds in a row with this character tonight. This was so goddamn close. And bravo, good sir. You've been fucking crushing it the past few months.
Do you understand? I did this shit myself with an eyebrow pencil like that. The mirror's right here.
My God.
Oh, I mean, it's so good. And you didn't draw it backwards like Morton Downey Jr. did with the swastika he drew on his face. That is a reference that I hope Justin gets.
You know what? Since Draco's not here, someone has to do a reference for the over 50 crowd.
Yes.
I was going to be sightless next round. You don't get to see me sightless. And I've been working out even more.
Who wants to see that, dear? Just pack it in and go to bed now.
Time.
No more taunting.
Justin, I have a crazy idea.
Yeah.
Can I ask you right now?
Can we have the team up? Can we have the team up?
No, because Mrs. Doubtfire won fair and square.
Right.
But what about keeping Mike Tyson on to judge?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
Third judge.
Yes, third judge.
Hire Mike Tyson.
I'll judge the competition.
All right.
Yeah.
Adam and Steve, are you guys okay with that? I mean,
yes.
Great.
I think maybe more than okay, Hal.
Jay Washington, aka Iron Mike Tyson, you are a fucking mensch. You are awesome. Thank you for staying.
Unprecedented.
And Mrs. Doubtfire, Zane Gooselderly, great work. You had jokes all day, and we will see you in the next round. All right.
So,
round 2 is all set, but before we go to round 2, Justin, you and I have some pretty fancy Rolodexes filled with big names.
There was a time.
And you know what? I guess I called in a favor, and we have a drop in from. Has anyone seen the show? Or I'm sure if you haven't seen it, you're familiar with the show Bridgerton. And there was a very prominent ladder from a scene in Bridgerton, and today we have the ladder from Bridgerton.
How is the bit just a copyright infringement?
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, that was just a lot. Could I have a glass of water? Thank you. That was like the 6th time that they did that on me today. I mean, no ladder should have to see the things I've seen. The human body is disgusting. Like buttholes. What even are those? And the smells. Do not get me started on the smells. There are smells that come from the human body that just should not exist. Compose yourself, lad. You know, I'm not even really mad about the things I've seen. It's just like, no one ever asks me how I feel, you know? Like, they both reach the climax, and he does that weird little spasm thing onto a napkin when he's done, and I'm just left here to feel like the unicorn that was brought in as a third, but no one really wants to get coffee with afterwards. Like, how does that make me feel? You know, it's like, I'm not going to leave you. I physically can't. I'm a fucking ladder. So please don't leave me. Look, yeah, I get it. All right, I'm an inanimate object. But my feelings are not inanimate. So show me love. I beg of you. Or at least just when you're done, touch me. Don't just leave and say that I'm not as comfortable as I used to be. Oh, God. My mother was right. I never should have left the wood shop for the big city. I should have just become a barn door or a barn ladder, something low class. I'm no good. No one's ever going to love me. No. I am a vintage Victorian ladder. I deserve love. I deserve compassion. I deserve to climax too. You know what? I'm going to tell them how I feel. Next time that they try to fornicate on my rungs, I will demand the respect that I deserve. And if not, they can kiss this sweet little side rail goodbye. I'm more than just a ladder spreader. I will be spread no more. Oh, God. Oh, God, what is that on my shoulder? Oh, no, there's an unidentified substance on my rungs. Someone please help me. It's like a creamy white off color. Oh, God, it smells. It smells. I have to go. Wait, I can't leave.
The ladder from Bridgerton.
Wow.
Oh, man, I never thought like a fucking ladder could give me the feels. That ladder gave me the feels, Justin.
Oh, that was nice.
I love the phrase. They fornicated on my rungs.
Rungs.
Have you ever had sex on the ladder? Let me tell you something. It's up and down, up and down.
Hey! Iron Mike Tyson with the jokes. And I just want to shout out, that was the very funny Luke Del Orso. Luke Del Orso, the ladder from Bridgerton. Great stuff. Oh, Justin.
Uh-oh.
It's round 2. Now it's the time when we put our heads together to try to recall who moved on.
Okay. Oh, I know this one.
Yes.
T-Rex versus Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
Yes. T-Rex versus Elizabeth Taylor, representing the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, Roxy Shabastari, and representing Liz Taylor and her white diamonds, Casey Dressler. Oh, wow. I mean, this what a matchup. What a matchup. Let's go ahead and get a minute on the clock for the T-Rex. The T-Rex from Jurassic Park will be going first. And go.
You know, Liz, I have always been compared to you. I've been told that I have a similar likeness. However, we are very different, my friend, because you never fell from grace. You have always been privileged and rich. Did you know, do you know they still use my original likeness for the silhouette that they use on the logo for all of the sequels? And I don't receive any residuals. I've been replaced by CGI. There's a whole group of us, actually, that have been replaced by CGI. Now we can't even get our agents on the phone. It was founded by Mothra. King Kong doesn't show up anymore, though, because he invested his money well, and he's living off of his Bitcoin money in Ibiza. Have you ever seen the pupils dilate on a human that's running away from a CGI monster? It's because they can't.
Time.
A real thespian.
Time. Justin, there's a kaiju union. That's very cool to learn. All right, let's get a minute. Let's get a minute on the clock for Elizabeth Taylor and go.
Well, hello again, everyone. I am Dame Elizabeth Taylor, and I like my perfume like I like my men. All over my body. T-Rex, what is there to say, baby? You're the largest, most fearsome carnivore of all time, baby. And in the movie Jurassic Park, you were a real man-eater. I should have been cast in that role. We're not so different, are we? You're almost as famous as I am for devouring men. I adore you, sweetheart. I really do. So please take no offense, but you could use a good dentist. And your nails, they need clipped as well. Look, it's Hollywood, baby. Everyone needs a little maintenance now and again. Have you considered veneers? I'll give you my man. I could refer you, and and those short arms. Ooh, genetics didn't treat you well, did they, darling? Those memes, they can be so cruel. You do have very hilarious short arms, though. I mean, they are hilarious.
Time. All right. It's getting personal here. We're getting personal. 30-second rebuttal rounds. 30 seconds on the clock for the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. And go.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I do not appreciate the passive-aggressive manner in which you said it. Okay, I think maybe you or I or both of us have had one too many. Okay? So maybe just leave it. Listen, I know you're richer than me and more successful than me. Do I really want to, before every group meeting, give hand jobs to strangers in the bathroom so that I can have bus money? No. Is that what I have to do? Yes.
Time.
Be gentle.
Time. All right. A dark personal fun fact. Let's get 30 seconds for Elizabeth Taylor rebuttal round and go.
You have a nasty temper. Have you ever tried meditation? In your arms, they're very tiny. You have tiny arms. They're hilariously tiny. Tiny arms. T-Rex says teeny, 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 tiny, tiny, tiny arms. They're teeny, tiny, teeny, 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 tiny, tiny arms. Tiny arms. Cheers to tiny arms.
7 seconds.
They're very tiny. They're the tiniest arms I've ever seen. They're the teeniest, tiniest arms I've ever seen.
Time. All right. Wow. I mean, Elizabeth Taylor just doubled down there, dug in.
I was not expecting this matchup to make so much sense, Hal.
Yes, right? I mean, two Hollywood stories right here. I mean, just colliding. You know what? Let us go to our newest judge, heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson. Thoughts, Mike?
Well, first off, I like to say both of these ladies are luscious. If they're drinking all of their alcohol and they're imbibing all their fluids, and I swear to God, I think they're super drunk. And you know what? They seem to be fun to go to parties with. I think the T-Rex has a lot of issues they need to resolve, and that they need to go to therapy, because therapy is a good thing, especially as a black man. I've learned from Vincent Hoyt in Brooklyn. That's another story. But as far as if I got to give my victory speech and who I give the win to, I feel like if I give it to the T-Rex will try to bite me later, and I don't want to be bit. You know what I'm saying? I know what that feels like. It's really not a good thing. So I'm going to give my win to Liz Taylor, because I think Liz Taylor's a good person to party with.
All right. That is 1-0 for Liz Taylor. Good Mike Tyson biting reference there. All right. Let's go to Jordan.
Beautiful. I mean, just a meeting of the grand dames of the Tournament of Nerds. Can we get K-Ty in here to be Judy Garland and just do a Royal Rumble with that? I would love that. All divas Tournament of Nerds.
Yes,
that's what I think we need. Yeah, I mean, again, 2 great performances. I appreciate that you're both drinking. I'm going to trust you that it's actually alcohol. I think what put it over the edge for me is T-Rex's dark confession that she's been giving hand jobs for bus money, and I want to see how dark this can get. So my vote's going to T-Rex.
All right, it is 1-1.
Giving hand jobs like this.
Great physicality too. I appreciate. Let's all take a minute to appreciate this physicality. It's being hidden a little bit by her name tag, but.
Great point. What a matchup. 1-1. Both of these competitors, fierce. Well done. Erika Ishii, it all comes down to you.
Just honestly, 2 strong female characters of the silver screen that I looked up to growing up. Amazing performances all around. Yeah, and I gotta ask, like, how do kaiju hand jobs work?
We're gonna find out in Godzilla vs. Kong, coming soon to HBO Max.
Is King Kong gonna beat off Godzilla, or is Godzilla gonna beat off Kong? Either way it goes, somebody's place is gonna get covered in spooge.
I just would like to. I mean, I'm just throwing this out here. Does anybody know about the dark corner of Reddit that is about dragon sex?
No.
Yes, that's right. The T-Rex, of course.
Of course, the T-Rex about dragon sex. Giving hands up in the bathroom.
Putting out there, and for no related reason, I just want to see where T-Rex goes in the next round.
T-Rex. Moving on.
Oh.
Roxy Shabastari. I would like to let everyone know that Casey Dressler, a.k.a. Elizabeth Taylor, it is Casey's very first Tournament of Nerds. Unbelievable. Came in and just wrecked shop. So good. Casey, I salute you. So damn funny. Awesome stuff. But Roxy, you are headed to the finals against Mrs. Doubtfire.
Or
this one's for the night.
You've been biased the whole time, is what you're telling me. You just wanted Mrs. Doubtfire to win it.
You know what? That was a slip on my part. You are headed to the finals to face Guy I Am. Better?
Or Mrs. Doubtfire.
All right.
It's either one or the other.
The match hasn't happened yet, Hal. It's next. It's the next match.
You know, I wanted to course correct there because I said Mrs. Doubtfire. I felt like I had to say Guy I Am one. Now, Mrs. Doubtfire versus Guy I Am. Representing Guy I Am, Zach Olson. And representing Mrs. Doubtfire, Zane Gooselderly. Oh, there we go.
Already, Whip. Excuse me. Oh, I had to book it like the devil. Excuse me. Okay, we're all set.
Before the starts, give me 1 second. I just want to say I do not like the Capitol insurrection, and I do not like Hal's finals prediction. Boo!
Oh, dear, it's a set time limit for the show.
Sorry, Guy, I am, and but I'm glad that you weren't there at the Capitol with Jay Johnston, so that's good to hear.
A lot of comedy legends there that day.
Now we're gonna have to go in and testify, Hal. You're not supposed to say that stuff in public.
Wait, Tim Heidecker already confirmed it. All right, let's get a minute on the clock for Guy I Am going first.
Just glad
and
all were there.
Go.
I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire as a maid. I do not like how her boobs swayed. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's English charms. I do not like Robin Williams' hairy arms. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's funny voices. I do not like, but I do approve of his wife's divorce choices. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's English-Scottish accent. I do not like Robin Williams' Chinese accent. Look it up. It's. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's fake boobs. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's fake gray pubes. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's rotten English teeth. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's anal queefs. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's hello. I do not like Robin Williams' addiction to blue. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire as a dad. I do not like how his life ended. It's sad.
Time. Oh, wow. I mean, Guy I Am brought bars. I mean, he really showed up with bars. Let's get a minute on the clock for Mrs. Doubtfire and go.
You know, I've got a lot of questions about the nightly Moraine mask. Am I wearing it for just an hour or two? You see, dears, this is a whole night process. I sleep with this on, and though I ruined countless bed sheets, it does make me look a wee bit younger, so I stick with the regimen. You can ask Liz Taylor. She's the one that told me. Oh boy, but looking, I've got a bit of a something about Mary going on with my hair there. I overshot the canister, but I promise you, dears, it's all consensual and everything's fine. Oh, Guy I Am, you've got such a tongue. Too bad nobody gives a shit about you in the Seussical universe, dear. You're like the rich old white man no one gives a shit about. You just complain and want more money. And the truth of it all is, dear, had you just tried the frickin' green eggs and hams, you could have saved us 56 pages of misery. You ended up liking the damn thing anyway, so why would you drudge us all through? You say you hate me and everything else, but have you given me a try, dear? Because you've never been in my bed, and half the things you've said, oh, well, I can't really commit to yet.
Time. All right. I think we might have gotten a Seussical the Musical reference. Let's get 30-second rebuttal. 30 seconds on the clock for Guy I Am, and go.
I do not like Robin Williams' never-ending zest. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's super low-hanging breasts. I do not like Robin Williams and Shakes the Clown. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's shit-stained nightgown. I do not like Mrs. Doubtfire's cake-blasted face. I do not like Robin Williams' manic coke-fueled pace. I do not like Robin Williams as the genie in Aladdin. I do not like how he left us all sad. I will not leave Mrs. Doubtfire with my son. I will not leave Robin Williams with my gut. Never mind. I don't want to go there.
Time. All right. Wait, I'm not sure I quite got. I'm going to think about that.
Board was gone.
30 seconds. Let's get 30 seconds on the clock for Mrs. Doubtfire, and go.
Oh, you poor daft bastard. What happened to you, dear? Was it a run-by fruiting straight with a lime to the balls? I don't understand here. You've got your rhymes and everything's all well neat, but I think something down deep is a lot harder going on. And oh, that might not rhyme like one of the many cancelled books people are clamoring for now, dear, but I've got to ask, with your Scrooge hat and your cashmere vest, are you fooling the rest of the 99? I don't think so, dear. You're just pulpitting and saying that they're going to take our jobs and that, oh, I've got terrible teeth.
Time.
You need to come over, dear. Let me show you.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
What a matchup. You know what? One of these two is going to the finals. Erica Ishii, please weigh in.
That was just a compelling match. Both of the opponents came out swinging. I just really have to hand it to Gaiamai for you know, it all scanned, it all rhymed, you know, and just it went to terrible dark places. So I'm looking forward to seeing who can get darker, Gaiamai or the T-Rex. So Gaiamai.
That is one for Gaiamai. All right. Jordan.
You know, I mean, I think what the interesting thing that Guy did with his time was, I mean, one, mentioning Anal Queefs. Saw them at Ozfest in '98. Great band. Wish they would go back on tour with the original lineup. And he made us reckon with Robin Williams' complicated past. I mean, he's a guy we all loved, but had a little problematic material, and obviously, you know, gone too soon. So, I mean, he really made us think. And I think I would vote for him, but I just kind of want to hear Mike Tyson talk again for the tiebreaker. So I'm going to say Mrs. Doubtfire. So Mike Tyson
Because
can
this
weigh
won't
in.
be biased at all, dear. Let's see what happens.
All right. Tied up for that reason. Let's go to Iron Mike Tyson.
Well, you know, I was watching this and I was thinking of two competitors, and then I went to thinking like, you know, Mrs. Doubtfire just beat me, but then Mrs. Doubtfire came back with the hello and then talked about a one bite food thing, and I was like, okay, is Mrs. Doubtfire gonna quote all the lines from the movie, and then what else does she have? But then Guy I Am started talking about Mrs. Doubtfire's breast like 7 times, and I was like, why you keep talking about his breast? Like, what is it about his cleavage that you keep looking at that you want to feel? Do you feel you necessary to talk about? But then talked about Robin Williams' actual problems, and I felt like that was something that was going really deep in thought. And so, if I've got to give my vote to anyone, and you guys are making me do this, and Jordan, I think you're really insensitive for doing this because I didn't want to have to do this. But my vote's going to go to Guy I Am. God damn it! All right.
Guy I Am is moving on. Zane Gooselderly, great work. Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, I love a good Mrs. Doubtfire drive-by fruiting reference.
It's past my bedtime, dear. I've got to go get the sheets, but thank you all so much for having me. And Mike, I'll see you in hell, dear. Okay.
Guy I Am.
Now you're hostile. Jesus Christ, see you in hell.
Guy I Am. Zach Olson is going to the finals versus the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. But before we go there, we've got another very special guest, Justin. Let me ask you a question, Justin, or everybody here. When was the last time? What's that?
I don't know what this bit is, Hal, so I can't help you.
Oh no, but I'm going to ask you an answerable question.
Oh, okay.
Everyone here, when was the last time you rented a movie from a brick and mortar establishment?
It's been probably 2006, 2007, maybe.
Wow. Yeah.
I was smoking weed in Brooklyn with a couple of whappers, and we were thinking about, you know, watching some old stuff. And but Jesus Christ, I can't remember.
I barely remember brick and mortar stores anymore.
Right? It's already weird, but then after the pandemic year, it's extra.
You would go to a building to get a movie?
Yeah. I mean, let alone to get anything.
Right.
But our guest, we found her at the last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon. And she just wants to be seen. I would love to introduce everyone. Please welcome the last VHS copy of Brad Pitt's Cool World. Cool World.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Thanks, Hal. Yeah, it's good to be here. It's good to be seen. You know, Mike Tyson, thank you so much for the shout out for the Noids. noids are what we call the live action actors, of course, in Cool World. I know you're all confused. All right. Is that Rudy Giuliani's voter fraud witness, Melissa Carone? Right? No. I am the last VHS of Cool World. All right. It's a 1992 live action cartoon crossover film, an answer to Roger Rabbit, starring a very young and sexy Brad Pitt, Kim Basinger. All right. And, as the young femme fatale Hollywood. And Gabriel Byrne as the animator ex-con who created Cool World, the comic series, until we find out midway through the film that, surprise, he didn't create it. It always existed. Okay? He just drew what he already saw, like a tracer, all right? I'm doing okay. I mean, I've been all over lately. I was up in Anchorage, Alaska, where I got a lot of play. A lot of ex-cons rented me. And then I got, jostled in a box and shipped down at Bend, Oregon. And here I am, just getting no play. And I think it's because I'm somewhere between the kids animation section and the adult section. So I miss, here's what I miss: the confused looks when I would get rented by families, right? The parents uncomfortable, the kids were confused, and by the end, everyone wanted to take a shower. It was a lot of fun, Whatever. I answered the question on everybody's mind that Roger Rabbit didn't have the balls to answer, right? What if humans and cartoons had sex? And okay, I'm sorry, Queen Elizabeth. I guess you never had that thought. So you're a liar. And yeah, I know the animation was sloppy, but Ralph Bakshi didn't want to go through all the tedious technical logistics of grafting 2 and 3 dimensions, so he just had Brad Pitt, just sling his arm, and then the cartoonist would just come in and animate around it, And I know they say my plot's unnecessarily convoluted. I hit a lot of plot holes. All right, that's life. Okay, yeah. They had Brad Pitt come home for the war to just get into a motorcycle accident with his mom so he could be mysteriously propelled to, the cool world. And yeah, Brad Pitt has to get the spike to put it back in the chimney to keep all the doodles from getting out and taking over 1992 Las Vegas. And it was never hinted at anywhere else in the film or placed anywhere earlier in the film. All right. And I know what they say. Okay. People magazine, back to the drawing board, classic droid talk. If you ask me, classic droid talk. The characters are unlikable. The story has precious little humor and it's completely void of pathos. What part of Brad Pitt is in love with a cartoon don't light you up, okay? I just... Rod Thomas of Capital Times said, both the live and animated characters are equally uninteresting. They call me tasteless? When's the last time anyone got off watching Ratatouille? Pixar? That's a joke. Nobody jizzed when Nemo jumped out into human world. Nobody jizzed then. Okay? And the last great erotic Disney film was The Little Mermaid, because the castles were penises. Bye.
Wow.
Bye.
What a beautiful blast from the past. Video stores and the VHS copy of Cool World in Bend, Oregon. There's
But I just like to say though, Mrs. Incredible is thick. Like, yo, that's a Pixar movie.
Like
Miss
Pixar
Incredible-
moms in general. Pixar moms
moms
in
in
general
general
are
are
like,
good.
they got
Mhm.
like dumps like the trucks. you
They
know?
No lie.
They're slugging.
No,
I'm a
there
Bo
are
Peep
no
guy.
lies.
I'm a Bo Peep guy. Sorry.
New Toy Story 4 Bo Peep.
Okay.
She fucks for sure.
This is a crew. This is a crew that is well schooled in the sexual exploits of animated characters.
How about those cars? How about those fucking nasty ass cars?
Lady and the
from
Tramp, probably
Cars?
the first animated film to have like a fade to black sex scene.
Oh yeah, sure.
I would love to hear our judges and Justin chime in. Thoughts on the Lola Bunny redesign?
Well, Lola at first was thick, but then she out hooping any black dude on the court. You know what I'm saying? She was the only one from the Toon team that could play. You know, even Michael Jordan gave us a good sneakers, but now they made her look like she sells coffee in Silver Lake. Like, I don't understand.
I gotta say, you know, thank you to Lola Bunny for giving like most of my hot, thick white girlfriends like a thing, like a go-to costume for Halloween.
Well, yeah, this is true. Like, they
Shout out to like all of the ladies that did Lola Bunny after all these years. But that being said, I love the redesign. I like seriously, like she wasn't even wearing a sports bra on the original. How are you going to bounce around on the court like that? Just saying.
Listen, I'm happy as long as the Monstars have thick old dicks. As long as you can see a bulge in the shorts of every one of the Monstars, I'm good.
You know,
that Charles Barkley Monster's dick must have been like this long, and he gambled it away. Like, it was ridiculous.
As long as the Monstars are packing a hog, Jordan
See those space units, fellas.
Yeah, I want to watch. I want to rewatch the first. I'm definitely going to see the LeBron one, and I'm going to watch the first one again. That's a nice double feature for a day. That's my day coming this summer. All right, let's go to our finals. Wow, Justin, it's T-Rex versus Guy Am I.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, and I just read that on the screen right in front of me.
Two characters that both have a letter that stands alone in their names. I and T.
Yes, the IT guy representing the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, Roxy Shabastari, and representing Guy Am I, Zach Olsen. What a matchup. There's a lot of green happening on the screen right now. This is an epic throwdown, only possible right here in this universe. Let's get a minute on the clock for the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. And go.
Guy Am I. At least your name is in the press. You know, J.J. Abrams is producing Oh, the Places You'll Go, for heaven's sake. He's one of the reasons I was replaced by all this CGI, that bloated hack. But really, if you speak to him, please tell him to call me back. Please. I can't even get auditions for Godzilla movies. And Game of Thrones, forget it. It's all computers now. It's a series of tubes. Darlings, and to answer your burning questions, though my arms be but little, they are fierce and strong. You know, that actually is why I was created. Sam Winston created me for that purpose, but he never admitted, publicly, of course.
Time. All right. Let's get a minute on the clock. The belt is on the line, everyone. A minute on the clock.
There will be a new champion tonight.
Indeed. Guy Am I. And go.
I do not like the T-Rex's tiny arms. I do not like the T-Rex's tiny penis charms. I do not like the T-Rex's giant roar. I do not like the rumors that Jeff Goldblum is a bit of a whore. I do not like the talk of chaos theory. I do not like Dennis Leary. Jurassic Park, when Dennis Leary talks, it's more like classic Shart. I do not like the T-Rex's great big teeth. I do not like the T-Rex's prehistoric queefs. I do not like Jurassic Park. I do not like Dr. Alan Grant, who's a dinosaur narc. I do not like Jurassic Park 2. I do not like Dr. Ellie Sattler's obsession with dinosaur poo. I do not like Jurassic Park 3. I do not like the T-Rex's gallons of dinosaur pee. I do not like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I do not like the T-Rex bukkake Dr. Ian Malcolm with gallons of dinosaur king cum. I do not like how much...
Time. Did that happen?
I'm just starting to realize how scatological those films are, Hal.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm wondering if Iron Mike is actually frozen or just in shock. No,
I'm really in shock right
maybe
now.
his
I don't
Zoom
know.
Froze up.
I didn't know.
Man, I haven't seen Mike Tyson speechless like that after he got hit by Buster Douglas. All right, let's get 30 seconds on the round. 30-second rebuttal round. T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and go.
I am not responsible for any of the sequels. I thought that we had covered that. I'm not receiving any residuals or any money for that, even though they are using my face. You know, I was playing Pinochle the other day with your dad, and he was commenting on how nobody appreciates the true craft of filmmaking anymore. I mean, you have a Netflix series. You're riding high in the saddle. I am just greeting tourists on Hollywood Boulevard outside the Chinese theater. I would have a cement replica of...
All right. Going on about her sad life, but Guy M.I., 30-second rebuttal, and go.
I do not like Dennis Nedry, played by the guy who played Newman. I do not like Jeff Goldblum, who is clearly not human. I do not like Samuel L. Jackson saying, hold on to your butts. I do not like Jeff Goldblum saying, hold on to my nuts. I do not like the cartoon Mr. DNA. I do not like Jeff Goldblum's liquid DNA. I do not like the T-Rex giving bus stop handjobs. I do not like Jeff Goldblum receiving Rockwell handjobs. I do not like how much the T-Rex drinks. I do not like how much Hal's hate for me. It stinks! Why do you hate me, Hal Rudnick?
Time! No! Let me go on the record. I'm impartial. Totally impartial. What a throwdown. One of these two performers will walk away with the belt today. Let's go to Jordan Morris. Or Iron Mike Tyson. Okay, Jordan. Mike.
Let's both review at the same time.
Okay, so is it
go, Mike, all you.
Okay, it's
Justin, what do you think?
I think we go with Erica.
Listen,
let's go with Erica Ishii. Erica Ishii.
I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm taking a lot into the head. I'm taking a lot of dome shots.
Oh. Are we?
Wait, Justin, are we sure? Or do we want to go with? We could go with Jordan or Jay.
Back to Jordan Morris. Go.
Erica.
Yeah, Guy Am I. Fantastic performances all around, both competitors. Also, it reminded me that Téa Leoni, I think it is, like sticks her entire arm in wet dinosaur poo. In the third one, I think I want to say.
Yep.
Yeah, but for that memory alone, Guy Am I. Thank you.
All right, that is one for Guy Am I. Thank you, Erica Ishii. Iron Mike Tyson, where do you stand?
I stand. This was a beautiful match. These were two beautiful fighters, and I swear to God, they fought it out to the end. Guy Amaya is he's so angry. He's got so much to question. I should teach him to a heavy bag or something because he just needs to let it out. He's really obsessed with queefs. Like, why are you so obsessed with queefs? And then, you got the T-Rex. The T-Rex is an alcoholic. Like, you can get therapy. But I feel like at the end of the day, the person who really talks about their case and everything, for me, is going to have to go with the T-Rex because they kept boxing with those short arms. So I'm giving it to the T-Rex.
All right. It is 1-1. Chat, please chime in. Who do you got in this match? Is it T for T-Rex? Is it G for Guy? And it's going to be decided right now by our good friend, the co-host of Jordan Jesse Go, Jordan Mars. Oh, unmute. Thank you.
So, again, two great competitors. Again, this is why we play the game. Been an amazing show, amazing finalists. A couple of things about Guys. The slams about Dennis Leary were kind of out of nowhere. I mean, I don't love him either. The Ref's a pretty good movie. And you know what? I kind of like the JP sequels. I mean, obviously, none of them are going to be as good as the first, but I think they're a lot of fun. It's a fun series. As a whole, they're pretty dependable movies. And I think what the T-Rex did was like really build a world where she gets together with Rodan to play Pinochle on the weekends, where there's a kaiju union and King Kong made a bunch of money selling Bitcoin. And I think just left us with a little bit of an inspirational message that I will always remember. And it's that even though my arms are small, they are still fierce and mighty. T-Rex for the win.
T-Rex Roxy Avastari. Her first Tournament of Nerds victory. Roxy, hopefully the third Saturday of next month is free for you because you are a champion and you will hopefully be back to defend the belt.
Amazing. Thank you.
Oh, congratulations. Zach Olson.
Thank you.
Zach Olson, well played. You had me dying all night long. And for the record, I do not hate Guy, am I?
No, look, I'm going to drop the Ryan bullshit. I tried Tournament of Nerds tonight, and I like it. Everyone, I like it.
Hey. He will try it over Twitch. He will try it with a snitch.
But thank you, everyone. This was so much fun.
Yeah. Really
I mean, so great, so many laughs. Roxy, awesome job. Zach, great work, buddy. Great work.
Thank you.
Justin, what do you think? Should we do the post game show now, or just get some final thoughts?
Let's get some final thoughts, and then we can hang around after that.
Yeah. Jordan, please tell everyone again where they can grab your graphic novel and anything else you'd like to plug.
Yeah, no, I'll replug the graphic novel. You can Amazon, Barnes and Noble, pre-order it. Really, it's really helpful for books, especially comic books. And I bet we have a lot of watchers in the LA area, being an LA-based show. So give the folks at Secret Headquarters a call. They'll pre-order it for you. Call the folks at Secret Headquarters, and they will order it from you.
Great comic shop over in Silver Lake. Jordan, pick up his graphic novel, Bubble. Do not forget. Erica, thank you for being here. And I love, by the way, I love the light of your background. That is so cool.
Looks great.
Thank you. I'm trying to live that cyberpunk life always.
Oh, hell yeah.
I guess. Follow me at Erica Ishii on Twitter and at the Erica Ishii on Instagram and TikTok. And thank you so much, everybody. This was super fun.
Erica, you're the best. Always happy to have you back on the show. And then also, I'm always tickled to reminisce about you running through the theater with us.
Yeah. Good times.
If you picture in your mind, it was a big metal shark. It was amazing. Please do not change. And thank you for schooling me on some weapons earlier.
Yeah, anytime.
Jay Washington.
What happened?
Jay,
you're a judge. You get a plug. You judges get plugses.
Because Justin started talking too. I was like, I don't know what's happening. Thanks for having me again. And it sucks to lose, but you know what, Roxy, you were freaking hysterical. Everybody was hysterical tonight. This is a fun show. I love doing it. For me, you can follow me Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should really know how to spell Washington. You really should. Blurs in the Hood every Tuesday and Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Myself and Winston A. Marshall. The Mad Titan podcast that I host, where I get you caught up on everything happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. I've taken a small hiatus, but I'm coming back with it. It's available everywhere you get podcasts from. And I think that's about it. I'll be, if you like gym selfies, I'll be there every day.
Right. Oh, look at these two roomies.
Hey,
yeah.
Fun.
I have to get my drink now. Jay Washington, you son of a bitch. I will see you in the next round. I'm doing it. Jack, you were amazing. T-Rex, I love you. Eric, I've only heard amazing rumors about the times when you performed. Blake was there.
Yeah. I was just saying to Zayd, I was like, what means the most to me is I got Erica's vote. I used to watch her perform when I first moved to LA. She was so funny. I'm so happy.
Jordan, you're an incredibly awesome human being. Thank you so much for the votes. And you know, we do it all because we just have nothing else to do. Nothing at all going on. And,
yes, where the rest of us are that old that Dane and Blake grew up watching Tournament of Nerds.
I was there at the Comic-Con shows running the lights. A year ago today, I was judging because somebody else.
That's right. A year ago today, I won for the first time. Was my first ever performance, so it's been an incredible year, and I'm so thankful I keep getting invited back.
Always there for Justin when someone gets sick.
I think you were the barrier tonight. You impressed me all.
Judge or performer.
Mark Andraco's pissed that he's at home sick right now. He wishes he could be here. I have no doubt.
Jay, I'm sorry I let you down. Right when I got in the room, he was like, "Don't mess this up, Blake." I was like, "This is gonna be it."
Blake, I think you've earned an invite back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 100%.
For sure.
And Zach and Roxy and
Matt Manser, what are you doing here?
Matt,
Hey.
Adam
Iggy
and
Pop was
Steve,
here.
thank you for keeping this popping. Roxy, you have anything, you want to plug Instagram, Twitter, or anything you have coming up?
Yes, you can find me on the socials at Rocking Rockstar, or just my name, Roxy Shabastari. And you know those commercials you always skip? I'm from a bunch of those right now. So look out next time you're looking at a commercial for Final Fantasy or Pepsi. It's probably my mug.
Congrats for booking, and I hope I see you in the virtual waiting room for another audition again.
Me too.
Roxy, great seeing you. Congrats. Zach Olson, please say whatever you'd like.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Real Zach Olson, and I have a podcast I do regularly. It's called Baywatch Watch, and me and my co-host Charlie, we watch an episode of Baywatch and have a guest on. And we all talk about it. It's a dumb, ridiculous show.
That sounds insane. That should be a lot of fun. Awesome, Zach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Matt Manser, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Hal, good to see you.
You know what? Every time my wife and I drive by, you must know it. The Ringo Starr "Peace and Love" little sculpture in near on Santa Monica Boulevard in Beverly Hills. Do you know that?
I don't know it. I haven't been in that area.
You need to. You need to dress up as your Ringo Starr character and go like shoot a video at. There's a sculpture of a hand. It's a giant, like person-sized hand giving a peace sign, and it's a Ringo Starr sculpture.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Need to
peace
make
and
a
love.
road
Peace
trip.
and love.
Peace and love. All-star band.
Matt, real quick before we all get out of here. Who are a couple of your favorite members of Ringo's All-Star Band?
Oh, well, of course, there's Joe Walsh of the Eagles, also my brother-in-law, Steve Lukather from Toto. He's there a lot. Colin Hay from Men at Work. The guy from Mr. Richard Page. Oh, it might be Martin Page. It's all you can
Is
see
Mark
them all.
Farmer making it out this year?
Who?
Mark Farmer.
Mark Fauna from Grand Funk Railroad. He'll be there.
Yes.
Amazing.
My bits are just listing of old musicians. Both of these bits that I did, Ringo and Iggy are both that.
Gold.
Yeah, that's all I do.
I would hear a couple more bad reviews of Cool World if the VHS tape is still in the lobby.
Sarah, are you around?
I loved the actual bad reviews. That was a good part of that bit, I think.
You know what? Cool World still slaps. All right.
I've never seen it.
Bakshi is.
I tried to watch it. I couldn't. I was like, no, Jesus, we can't do this. No,
It's like,
well, okay. No, we're doing later then. Cool World on Netflix.
I saw it back in the day, and I remember going in so excited and coming away a little disappointed. But yeah.
Did you enjoy the Snyder Cut, Hal? Are you still working your way through it?
Yeah, I'm 2.5 hours in, and it's really so. You go in with low expectations, you're gonna get rewarded.
I was gonna say one of the jokes I didn't get to use was Doubtfire's film career and how she got a chance to play Granny Goodness in the Snyder Cut, but you're not there yet. So,
Oh,
so get a few more hours.
you still got another 2 hours to get to it. Shit.
Yeah, you've got a half a week before you'll get to that scene, but I loved it. Thought it was great.
Jay, what are your thoughts on the Snyder Cut in a nutshell?
There was a good 3-hour movie in there, but Zack Snyder being Zack Snyder was like, take every single shot I filmed, put every single thing in there. And you just like, hey fam, you got way too much exposition. I don't need to see Bruce Wayne riding through mountains for 10 minutes just to do the thing. I was like, why is this? Also, I get you made it in 4:3 for IMAX. Do that when it comes out on IMAX. Don't do that now. I'm sitting there watching the Instagram square on my TV. I hate you.
Didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I hear you. I was pleasantly surprised by it, just because, like you said, Jay, I think you kind of nailed it. It's excessive, and like once you're like, okay, I know this is going to be like fucking atrociously long, but in there's a real good 3-hour movie. Like it's.
I think if I saw it in a theater, I would have been furious. But having the ability to start and stop, I was like, this is pretty good.
He'd have never got away with that. The studio would have flogged them in the street if they'd put that like, we put Justice League as a 4-hour edition in the movie theater. It was like, well, get the sticks, because like nobody would accept that.
okay, I'm gonna duck out, but thank you guys so much.
You know what, guys? We'll go ahead and get up out of here.
Yeah, let's.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't even seen the regular theatrical cut.
Oh, don't. Whatever you do, don't, Erica. Don't.
Yeah.
Just get an HBO Max subscription.
I don't think it's that bad. I think the theatrical cut has some good stuff in it.
If you go in just watching this, I promise you, if you go in just watching this, you might be like, this is a great movie. But if you go in and see the theatrical cut in this one, you're going to be like,
I feel like if you have the theatrical cut, it's a lot like having like really like Malort, and then somebody gives you like Jack Daniels, and you're like, you know what, the Jack Daniels is pretty good because I just thought of Malort. That's 100% accurate.
I love both those things.
Being a Chicago boy, I know that.
Have the Jack Daniels.
Hey, she's a good girl. Definitely a good girl. Hey, Justin, any final words?
I really liked everybody tonight. Like, I thought everyone did such a great job. I really fucked up, Hal. You don't know this, but I accidentally sent the bracket to just one of our debaters when we made the bracket. And it wasn't until Zach informed me he hadn't gotten the bracket yesterday that the bracket went out. So everyone did a great job on very short notice this week.
Wow. Well, you know what? It's a credit to them and Justin. It happens. Yeah, such a good show, and it's so great having our old pals, Jordan and Erica. Jordan, I'll probably bug you in the next week or so.
Yeah, I'm around.
Right on. It's good to see these faces. Hopefully, in real life, maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. So, but Jay, great run. Everybody, Roxy, congrats again. And let's all say good night and get on with our lives.
Bye,
everybody.